So a couple months ago, back in June of this year, NVIDIA had a 10-to-1 split, which means that they took one big slice of pizza, right, and cut it up into 10 slices.
Ooh, a fresh pie? Save me a slice. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's fucking...
That's good.
That's enough fucking slices, man!
The value that you and I own did not change, but the perceived value by those who consider NVIDIA to be way too high for their pocketbooks and wallets did change. Perception in the market is everything. And when that happens, it brings new investors. Now, my personal thoughts on NVIDIA is that years from now down the line, it'll be worth a lot more than whatever it's worth today. And if you're building a growth stock portfolio and you wanted to add a position for NVIDIA, I would not argue against it. But this particular channel is about dividend investing. And over here, it's about finding value plays that can have a significant impact on my dividend income. And right now, NVIDIA's dividend is somewhere around 0.03%. That's currently about 1 cent per share, y'all. So as you might imagine, right, as a dividend investor, that's not going to cut it for me. Yes, I know that there's a strong possibility that NVIDIA has a huge run up and shoots to the moon again, but I'm tailoring my portfolio to my specific needs. And right now, I need more passive income for my retirement. So what did I do? I started looking for an alternative. I started looking for alternatives in the market, in the same market that NVIDIA is in, to the stocks and companies that are already highly popular. This method can bring you into some great and wonderful investing opportunities like the one we're talking about today. LAM Research Corporation, that ticker symbol is LRCX. So, what does LAM Corporation do? Well, LRCX is in the semiconductor space and sector of the market. LAM Research is a company that designs, manufactures, and services equipment for semiconductor manufacturing. Their products are used to create the actual components that make up microchips and other electronic devices, meaning that the products and chips that a lot of these bigger, more well-known companies are using, the components involved in their construction are being manufactured right here at LAM Research, right here. So that means that companies like LAM Corporation are the backbone of companies like NVIDIA and their competition, the AMDs, the Intels of the world, the Qualcomms of the world. These companies are dependent on businesses like LAM Corporation and LAM Company, Research Company, to supply them with the very components that they need to meet the demand of the buyer market. This company is based out of California and has been around since 1980, if I remember correctly, and has been a leader in the semiconductor innovation technology space ever since. That's nearly 50 years, you all, of ingenuity and key contributions to this particular industry of semiconductors. Sometimes there are multiple ways to skin a cat in the market, and a good investor considers them all, not just the most popular ones. Now, let's get into why I just added LRCX to my dividend portfolio today. Because remember, growth is good, but as a dividend investor who is looking to one day retire and live completely off of dividends, it's important to me that I invest into companies that will help me achieve that goal in the long term. So let's take a closer look at LRCX. I'm going right to stockanalysis.com because it's free and they give you a whole boatload of information. Not here it is, not the end all be all, but I am in the mental space of using any and all free tools that I can whenever I can. All right, so we are here and let's go to the overview. You can see that this goes all the way back. If we click on the max chart, back here, it IPO'd somewhere back in 1990. And since then, you can see that beautiful chart has done nothing but increase. Now, it took a while for it to gain some ground and some traction, but you can see, if you look closely, you can see it steadily climbing up. It had a rough start for the first, it looks like 10 to 20 years. But as of recently, this company has started to climb the charts, right? We can see that right there. Now, the last 5 years, they are up over 251%, y'all, in the last 5 years. 1 year chart, they're up 30%. Year to date, they're up nearly 5%. And we don't need to look at the month and, the 5 days. That's just way too close. But, here's a little bit about LRCX over here. LAM Research Corporation designs, manufactures, markets, refurbishes, and services semiconductor processing. Basically what I just went over with you all. If you want more information, you are absolutely free to go ahead and look at that. They have over 17,000 employees, again, founded back in 1980, and their sector is technology. So, again, more ways to skin a cat than one. It's time for us to look outside the box when certain things don't offer or have the things that we are looking for as dividend investors. And this is one of them. LAM Research Corporation, again, that ticker symbol is LRCX. Now, forecast. Here's what 20 analysts have to say. With the 20 analysts with a 12-month price forecast for LAM Research stock have an average target of $136.84 with a low estimate of $77 and a high estimate of $880. Jesus Christ, of $880. The average target predicts an increase of over 66% from the current stock price. I do want to remind you all and caution you that these 20 analysts that they took this price prediction from are normal people like you and I. They are not super bots or supercomputers somewhere in a lab producing these because they can see the future. No, they have opinions just like everything, just like we do, and they are looking hopefully, we would hope that they're forming their opinions off of the data and what the market is going to look like in the future. And but we cannot be for certain. Again, they are only human, right? So you can see that they are predicting a crazy price prediction way off into the future. And but right now they're saying that this stock right now is undervalued, and they are considering it a strong buy with a 10 rating on the analyst consensus chart, right? And so if we go over to dividends, you can see that dividend yield. Again, this is providing you a dividend and the growth that you might be able to see from an NVIDIA. So in my estimation, you are getting the best of both worlds with LAM Research. I am getting the best of both worlds when I choose to invest in LAM Research, which is why I went ahead and just threw $30 into this stock earlier today, right? I may throw a couple more dollars in there tomorrow, and I think LAM Research may become one of those stocks that I invest in daily along with SCHD. But right now, this dividend yield is much higher than 0.03% than I would get from NVIDIA, and this stock is less pricey. Even with that 10-to-1 stock split that we saw with NVIDIA, it's still over $100 a share, y'all. So I'm looking at all the positives here. Now, some of the negatives, it's not as popular as NVIDIA, so it may be prone to more market fluctuations, than NVIDIA, et cetera. NVIDIA might see increases that are 7 to 8 times whatever this will turn out to be. We don't know, right? We don't have a crystal ball, but we can make informed decisions based off of the history that we have right in front of us. That's just me. You all have to decide what you're going to do for yourselves. You see the free cash flow right here is in the positive. That's something that we'd like to see regardless of the stock, right? Free cash flow is king. That's the name of the game. And right now they are experiencing a positive net of cash flow. All right. So keep that in mind as we go forward. There's a free cash flow chart right there over the last couple of years since 2020 that have done nothing but increase that cash flow. So again, this is a possible option for people who may be looking for something that isn't quite as expensive as NVIDIA is, but again, is in the same market and sector of the market. So take a look at LAM Research Corporation, LRCX. Let me know what you think about it. If you own it, drop me a comment down below. Let me know how many shares you own and how long you've owned it. And if you're looking into this, let me tell you to go into it with optimistic eyes. And hopefully this turns out to be a great investment. I will definitely keep my eye on this. But right now, I am going all in on LAM Research Corporation. You all let me know what you do in your portfolios, all right? And I'll see you all in the next one. Later.